He's dead. They say he used to be a great swordsman. Didn't take much to kill him. What do you think, Wrathbone? Oh, don't worry, Storyteller. We're gonna kill you too. Just gotta find a place to hang your body. Send a message. If you value your life, you will remain silent.
I know a place.
You do? You know a place where we can hang your dead body from. Well, isn't that an interesting little twist?
I mean, it's not far.
What's not far?
A giant oak tree. I grew up there when I was a child. I used to hang from its branches. Seems only fit that I hang from them once more.
How far?
About 500 steps in that direction. It's pretty big. You can't miss it.
If you are leading me on, if this is some sort of wild goose chase, I will cleave both your arms from your body like a dove, and I will not kill you until you can no longer stand the pain. Do you understand?
Can we just go?
Very well. Lead the way. Are you happy now? Have we made you comfortable?
Yes, now I can die with some dignity.
Dignity. You will not die with any dignity. You will be put down like the dog you are so that you can no longer spread your words like the disease. You will no longer be able to spread your lies.
Do you want to know something?
It better be interesting, because if it is not interesting, I will cut you down before you finish your sentence.
It is not the swords or the actions of people like you that make this land great. It's the stories and the actions of our ancestors. So do your worst, cretin.
What did you call me? You dare insult me when you are this close to death? I will cut you down.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Look out!
That was some fine swordsmanship you guys have. You mind using that to some of my advantage in cutting me down? No, I'm guessing. Can you at least tell me your names? Okay, silent types.
Who are you?
I'm just a storyteller passing through here.
Don't care who you are. The only reason why I'm asking who you are is because you must be some kind of madman to think you can walk around the royal forest. This is private property. I own these lands, and I have any right to punish you in whatever way I see fit. So, you tell stories then? Tragedies?
Yes.
Is that all you tell?
Nope. I tell many different stories.
Battles, I assume.
Battles, romances.
Battles do not interest me as much as the people who fight them do. Surely you have some kind of story within your canon that captures the human nature.
I do.
Well, if you want to earn your freedom, you must tell me to tell.
I guess I'm staying here then.
You are. So tell me a story.
You want a story? Cut me down.
You don't make the rules around here. I do.
A story for my freedom. Small price.
Very. So,
Besides, you can just kill me if you want to later.
I wanted to. Yes, I could. So, are you going to tell me one or not?
If you untie me.
It doesn't work like that.
Are you gonna untie me or not?
Tell me a story.
Untie me.
What are you two waiting for?
Much appreciated, Your Highness. Shall we go then?
Yes. We're to meet my mother at her banquet hall soon. Let's make haste.
All right then. After you gents, or... Okay.
Sick of this damn rain. Brand new shoes and this filthy damn rain. Ugh! Oh well.
What would you like to do, Prince?
Well, I'm chilled to the bone, thank you for asking.
I can make a fire. It looks like somebody's already been here before anyway, so shouldn't take much time.
It's filthy.
Just have you a seat.
Keep that. God. What's my mother paying you for? Jesus.
Shouldn't take too long.
By all means. Any time now would be nice.
I'm trying, Prince. It's been a while since I've done this. Remember, I was held onto a tree and held by some ruffians for a long time.
You need some help starting your fire?
Nope. Got it under control.
They also. Ah! What are you, a magician too?
I have many stories to tell.
You sure cast a spell on me. So, I'd cut you down from that damn tree. You owe me a story.
So, are we close to the banquet hall?
We should be. She's not too far away from here. Storytellers are keepers of secrets of sorts, right?
Yeah, we keep many secrets. Why do you ask?
Well, it's my mother. She's looking for another king. But it's more complicated than that. She looks in secret. But people find out. They always find out.
Balthazar! Balthazar! Where have you gotten off to? I appreciate that you have saddled my horse, but now I wish to bid you farewell in person, for I'm about to go off to see the Queen, see what treasures she has in store for the both of us. We could make a better life together and build bigger stables and do whatever we would want with that money, but if you do not wish to bid me farewell, then I will be off. Whoa! Who are you? What have you done with my stable boy?
Who am I? You have never seen my face, but I bet you have heard of my name. My name is Gray Hammond, and I am the greatest horse thief among the land.
Gray Hammond? Gray Hammond, what do you want, Gray Hammond?
What do I want? What do I want? I am a horse thief. I want your horse. But first, I want you to explain to me of these riches you speak of.
What? You haven't heard the story?
Story? What story? Only reason you're alive yet is because I want you to tell me the story.
Well, there's a queen, and she vacations near Charbaldash in this time of year in her banquet hall, and she sits alone upon the throne, and she is looking for a new suitor, and there's a handsome dowry for any man who proves himself worthy to be her husband.
Interesting. What is your name, good sir?
My name is Sir Ian Donatello. Why do you ask?
Come forward, young horse. Come forward, young horse.
What kind of king is she looking for?
Well, there are three things my mother... Wait a minute. Are you interested?
No. Simply what kind of person she is.
Well, there are three things my mother's looking for in a man. He has to be poetic. He has to be able to handle himself in battle. And there's one more. That's personal.
We're on a journey together. I think this is a good time as any to tell me.
True. She's looking for someone to help her bear another child. There, said it.
So you're afraid that the throne will get taken from you.
Do not mistake me of others of this day. I am not territorial. The crown is going to be bestowed upon me as soon as she dies. There's no one that can take it that way from me. I mean, I see it more as a right than a duty, but I would do my best anyway.
I hope you're prepared. The people need a strong leader, not a skeptic.
And what do you know about that, Storyteller? What's your name anyway? Keep calling me that.
Storyteller would do just fine.
Well, you need to live up to your name. I cut you down from that damn tree. You owe me a story.
Sure, I do. You want to hear of the Wanderer King?
I'm waiting.
It was a dark and turbulent time. King Hoffman seized the power from the Wanderer King with the help of the sorcerer Singh. Hoffman wore a crown of nails, which showed how he got down to business. One of the first things that he did when he became king is that he poisoned the cup of Leona, a page girl who was good friends with the Wanderer. Her death enraged the old king from afar, but it also gave away his location for assassins to find him. Hoffman dispatched both Bardom and Depardieu to kill the king. Bardom was an unexperienced mercenary who perished at the hands of the Wanderer. Depardieu took his time tracking down the Wanderer. He fought boldly as well. There was a flurry of blades before the Wanderer slowly brought Depardieu to his knees. Scared more than ever for the safety of his son, the Wanderer King roamed the countryside on his way to Hoffman's castle. He crossed over and under feats of nature that my words do not do justice. On the way there, the sorcerer Singh released his magical powder into the air so that when the wanderer reached his lair, he was easily overthrown and tied up. Singh played mind games with the old king, flaunting the memory of his dead wife right there in front of him. This angered the old king. He found the strength within himself to lash out and do what needed to be done. He managed to escape that dreadful place, and whenever the wanderer reached Hoffman's lair, he did battle with the castle guard, the most revered agent of Hoffman's employment. The castle guard had slain Marcus, the leader of the rebellion, who was a close friend to the Wanderer King. This meant that there was bad blood, and the Wanderer was looking for amends. They did battle until only one of them remained. The Wanderer pushed and pushed onward into the throne room where Hoffman anxiously awaited him. There stood the same poisoned cup that did end Leoman. But the Wanderer drank it, because he had nothing left to live for. Loving wife dead, loved son forever asleep. Hoffman smiled because he had the upper hand, and the Wanderer fell to the floor, rolling wildly about. As Hoffman went to get Leoman's sword to deal the Wanderer the final blow, something within the old king found the strength needed to do what needs to be done. He killed Hoffman right there. But the Wanderer did not stop there. With a belly full of poison, he marched home to his son. He made his way back across the long field. He nearly made it home. As one life ended, his son woke up and was ready to finish what his father had started. That's only the beginning of the Destroyer Prince.
I liked your story very much. This Wanderer King. Do you have other stories of him?
But of course.
That's a really good story. I'm gonna have to tell my mother.
Prince, wait here. We'll look into it.
Some loyal bodyguards you have there, Prince.
I just love how they treat me like a child.
No. You're gonna look me in the eyes. You're gonna speak plain to me. You're gonna tell me that the prince is dead.
He's not. Not dead. The prince. Your Pollux and Castor, world-renowned cutthroats, and you couldn't kill a little prince.
Circumstances have changed a little.
Oh, circumstances? And what might these circumstances be?
We're no longer traveling with mere royalty. Prince had us rescue some sweet storyteller, so he's along as well.
A storyteller!
Oh, we can't have him telling stories about us now, can we? What's the danger in a storyteller? Can't you simply slit his throat too?
We will try, but there's something crafty about this fox. Danger is in it.
Danger. Listen to me now when I tell you that all of us are in danger if we don't kill this prince before he gets back to his dear mommy in the castle. Fortunately, you needn't fret. I anticipated your folly, and my man Hockney is on his way right now with his big, hefty black axe.
You know, that was a really nice story you said back there.
I do tell good stories, Prince, but you should really stay over there out of sight.
Why should I stay out of sight when I have you to protect me?
That's not what I'm talking about. We're not alone.
What are you all doing here?
You mistake your place. This is royal hunting grounds. Just make your way back to where you came from.
I think not. I've been in these woods since I was a small boy.
I've cleared these woods by myself. I remember there were trees taller than the eye can see. But I cut them. This axe. You do not scare me with your territorial banter.
And you do not scare me with your axe.
Oh, really?
Stay back.
Or what?
I'll have to make you.
I've just told you I've cleared woods with this axe. And you put a twig between us? Think bigger, twig.
Right now you seem to be all talk, brute.
Did you really just call me a brute?
I could come up with better adjectives. Pig, horse, cow.
How rude.
Well, it's rude of you to stand there threatening me with an axe.
I shall slay you out of principle.
I'm waiting.
Did you just throw my own dirt at me?
Sure did.
Where did you get that?
Missing something?
You bastard.
Okay, you're welcome to come and get it.
That's fine with me.
Didn't want to have to do this. Who sent you?
Life is gay.
Rest in peace. Oh, what do we have here? Prince Kale has some enemies. And I have some change. Safe for now, Prince.
We apologize for the delay, my lord. We heard commotion in the forest. Merely a deer.
Who's that poor fella?
He was poor in ability, not so poor in wealth, it seems.
Assassin?
Yes, where the hell are you? If I had died, my blood would have been on both of your hands. You saved me. What the hell is my mother paying you for? Pitiful. Now, can we please get the hell out of here? It's making me sick. Just wish my mother hears about this. Both of you.
Prince? You alright?
I will be. What's that?
The lady in red.
I can see that.
What is she doing in the forest?
That's what I was asking you.
Well, I'm a storyteller. I tell stories. It's not like I know everything, friend.
Is she alright?
Don't pretend to, Pollock.
Old. Seems suspicious. Brutes. That's all you're good for. Draw your swords. Let me do the talking if there is any.
It's just a woman in red.
Stay back, Kale.
Still treat me like a child.
Do you even have a weapon? Lady?
She alright?
Are you in need of assistance?
Hello, gentlemen. I've been expecting company. My, you look like you certainly have some miles on you.
Some miles would be generous, I suppose.
Oh dear. What have you done with these two?
I do not claim them.
Well, hello. You have some nice cloth on you. Beautiful.
Finally, someone knows about fashion.
What the?
Why does this always have to happen to me?
Who are you? What do you want? Gold? Silver? Jewels?
I think y'all understand that.
Do you want the Queen's wrath upon you?
Come on!
Don't make me kill you.
What part have you in this?
Nothing.
You have one last chance, ruffian. Let him go. You have 5 seconds. Very well. Watch her. You okay?
I will be.
Get up.
And as for this one, what do you think you were doing?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm sure. Castor, Hulett.
She's innocent, Kale.
Well, I think an execution is in order.
On your knees.
It's not how we do things.
Let her go. Get out of here! Who's the prince here?
You are.
Exactly.
Who's the better swordsman? Me. Who's choosing not to kill you? Me. Keep that in mind.
I still don't like him.
I do.
They're brutes, all of them. Amazing what a man can say with no tongue. Amazing what a man can say with a sword and the ability to use one. Power resides where
We always
believe it
expect
resides.
idiots.
In the sword.
Nothing? I mean, you don't talk? Fine. Claire,
Look, we don't have to like each other.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm talking to you either. I'm talking to them.
Look, you're just another traveler on the train. We're no Princeton.
Storyteller, how is it that you would tell stories with no tongue?
You just want to cut it out.
You try. I was thinking cutting would do too. That'd be too kind.
Hello, my queen. I am Donatello, and I have come to court you.
Oh, you have? And do you think you have what it takes?
I am a rich man, and our combined wealth will be a treasure for the both of us.
No. Our combined wealth would be treasure for you. That's why you've come here, isn't it? To pay off your debts in Padua? I know of you, of your spendthrift ways. Do not think you can come in here and play a different role, even if with such fancy of a name.
But...
No buts. If you've come into my courtroom to woo me, then you know all the standards I'm looking for. I'm looking for a man who's well-spoken, one with poetry in his life. Speak poetry to me. I'm waiting, ever so impatiently.
The sun. The sun has nothing to compare to you.
Who am I kidding? Let's see if you pass the test of strength. I'm looking for a strong man.
Oh! 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 Help! Help! The Queen is fighting!
Piralto!
Yes?
Are there no decent men left in this world?
There might have been, and this might be him, but he's not here now anymore.
Tell me, why did the queen you served under have you clipped like a horse?
It wasn't the Queen, it was the King. He didn't trust me around the Queen because he fancied me. He thought I was too charming.
You are charming.
Thank you.
You do have a way with words.
I am a poet. I play lute.
You definitely keep me entertained.
Oh, thank you.
It's a shame you can't satisfy me as well.
I'm sorry I don't measure up.
It's not your fault. Damn the king who did this to you. Damn all the kings. Those of past and those to come. They just made things so difficult. With people trying to kill me left and right, this courtship has become quite taxing.
Perhaps if Madam would be more gentle.
Gentler.
Yes, gentler.
As in reference to that slug lying on the floor. When one comes into my courtroom to woo me, he does not announce it. Those whose tongue wag have ulterior motives. Now, clean up this mess.
This?
Yes. My son should be arriving sometime within this next year.
This one's hefty. Can we call one of the blacksmiths to pull this out? I have no traction.
Any time now.
Mother? Mother? Mom?
Wine!
Mother!
Pour the wine.
What are you doing?
Well?
When I pay you to protect my son, I expect you to be by his side day and night. Get up! and never address me as ma'am. I am your queen, and you will address me as such.
Mother, what happened to your face?
My son, you see, I've been trying to find another king to rule on my side. Both suitors I've had have tried to kill me. One only got close. You see, when you're trying to find someone to rule by your side, it's best to do so before you run power. Because afterwards, the vultures circle, even at the mention of life. But the question is, where the hell have you been?
Well, you see, it's been an exciting, dangerous journey.
Danger. In what world is my son, my only boy, to use the words danger and exciting in the same sentence? If you are to be heir to this throne, you must live long enough to do so.
Okay, maybe exciting is not the proper term. Maybe intriguing.
You there. Come here.
My queen.
Oh, a polite one. So you're the storyteller.
I am indeed, mistress.
Tell me, how did you come to find yourself in the predicament you were in?
He,
I am sure he is perfectly capable of answering for himself.
Well, you see, my queen, it has been a difficult past few months. Years, really. People don't much enjoy storytellers anymore in these dark times. But I see myself as a bringer of hope. I would love to tell you a story, if that suits your fancy.
It has been years since I've had a story. Maybe even since I was a girl. But I will listen to anyone whose tongue as swift and sweet as yours. Shall I have your story now?
Tonight, I humbly request the afternoon off, for I am weary and battle-scarred, as you can see. I would require some time, if you would humbly permit, to rest and recuperate.
Very well. You may have your time for tonight to rest. I will have Piralto show you to the deck so you can enjoy the breeze and enjoy your evening. And Castor will accompany you to protect you.
My queen is most kind.
Maybe we can think of something later to repay the kindness.
All right. That's it, ladies.
Hands to yourself, eunuch.
Listen here, Goldilocks with your long hair. Don't tell me what to do. You get out of my kingdom this way. The doors of you too, Jesus Christ. Let's go. Someone needs to cut your hair. I know a guy just do the job. He's got very clean, straight waves. Quite nicely. Here, I'll play you a tune and accompany you on your journey.
Mother. Mother.
What is this feeling that has come over me? It has been years since I have felt like this. That storyteller is quite something.
I know he is, Mother. And that is why I think it's only fit that I take care of him, since I did find you.
Is that so? You think he fancies the touch of another man? Let me tell you something. There is nothing bent about that man. What he needs is the touch of a woman. Oh, the stories he could tell. And the memories he could bestow upon me.
So, that's what this is all about. You want to take my prize so you can just have someone help you bear more children? Do I mean nothing to you?
I never said that. You need to make some significant changes. Your bravery is smaller than my little finger, when it needs to be large enough to fill this very hall. Do not let anyone push you around.
Just like you pushed me around.
Don't let anyone else push you around.
Bending the rules, as usual, just to get what you want.
It has worked for you. You have gotten what you want. I did not judge you when you chose dance lessons over sword training, now did I?
When was the last time you ever saw me dance, Mother?
Let me tell you something. You do not know what goes through my head, for as hard as you try, you will never be a woman! Ever!
was the only man that I could dance with, that I would dance with. I have had no music in my life. Do not mess with this storyteller. He is mine.
I found him. I rescued him.
Banquet hall! My banquet hall! Do not think that anything that passes through those doors will not belong to me if I so wish it. And that humble, little handsome man belongs to me. So you go elsewhere and cry about your sexual frustrations.
Fancies you, you know. Wants to have a go with you. This coming from the man who is paid to protect and not to pleasure the prince. It's not like that. Then don't assume it's like that. For me, friend, I will accept the prince's friendship, and in time, the queen's. As for you and your little gang, y'all will get what's coming to y'all. Too late now. It's too far down that path, and there's no turning back. I've survived a lot of encounters. You yourself, the one who cut me down from the tree. And now we're here. Let's just say I have an escape plan. Can you say the same? What can I do for you, man?
I must thank you.
Thank me for what?
Well, anyone who protects the prince must be thanked, and it's everyone else's duty to thank him, so thank you.
Well, that's not the only reason you came.
Am I so transparent?
Like a ghost.
Are all of your stories true?
What kind of man asks if a storyteller's stories are true?
A man worried about those he protects. Every suitor that has come into this hall has made an attempt on the queen's life.
The queen will be fine. She's well protected.
She's not the only one I'm worried about.
My prince.
You speak? This entire time I thought you were silent.
I noticed you were alone and troubled. Could you use some company?
I've longed just for someone to understand me.
So you wouldn't mind if I got a little closer then?
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Well, I'm no storyteller. Let's just say I came from a hardened background. Lots of experience with weapons. One in particular.
Prince Kale! Prince Kale! I have heard through the grapevine. Hello there. I have heard that you have not been practicing your dance, and I will tell you what, young man. I have tuned my lute and am ready to accompany you should you feel moved enough to dance.
Always.
Always.
We will continue our conversation.
It was too risky. Remember, you paid me for the boy and no one else.
A fine strategy that is. Sitting around and waiting for the opportune moment. Listen to me. There's a crown out there, and if you want it, you've got to reach out and take it with your own hands.
You're the one doing the reaching. However, I do have a way that you can reach a little further.
Really?
It's come to my attention that the queen is seeking a suitor.
A suitor? Pray tell.
Though numerous have attempted, each one of them have attempted to take her life.
Really? Wait, you don't mean to tell me that all this time, all I had to do to be king was walk right through those doors
And woo the queen?
Surely you have the skill set. Your tongue is as swift as your blade.
Indeed. How do I look?
I do not judge men based upon their appearance.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the impression I got. Just a moment ago, it looked like you were trying to make a pass at the young prince. Fair enough. I suppose it's another opportunity missed for you. But don't worry. Soon we're gonna have this kingdom and everything in it.
Out of tune, but I'll work with it. It was good. The practice was for you, not for me, son. Very nice, and your mother would be so proud of you.
Yeah, I wished.
I'm sure she would. You should show her.
I am ready for story time.
My lady, I have traveled far and wide, hearing of your beauty, and all the many tales I've heard of you. None of them do even a little bit of justice, as my eyes do as I gaze upon your facade, my lady.
You are a sweet talker.
Ah, flirtation.
And who are you, sir?
Who am I? I'm Thrasher McCarkindale. Look at you. You're inspirational. You're magnificent. Astonishing, really.
Evidently, I should not have put a poetic tongue in the words that I look for in a person. Because you, sir, I can't understand a word you're saying.
No?
No.
Should I speak more clearly then?
Needless. I would like to see how you carry yourself in combat.
In combat? Well.
Do you mind?
Should I call your guards then? Oh, my lady. You are the vicious.
Is it too much for you to bear?
Hardly. I've got thick skin.
Maybe you just have a thick skull. We are having story time tonight.
Story time, huh?
Yes.
What sorts of stories?
We'll have a storyteller who will tell of love and intrigue. You're welcome to stay if you wish. But know this, I will not court you to the stories later.
Very well. I'll see you after the story, my lady. And we'll see where my sword finds its sheath.
We shall see.
After the death of both the vicious King Hoffman and the Wanderer King, the crown was up for grabs, even though the Destroyer Prince still lived. The first one who truly took action was Camion, a brutal ruler. He wore a crown of leaves, for he fancied himself to be like Caesar himself. Not only did he search every village for Davian, the Destroyer Prince, but he also went out in the woods trying to find him so he could kill him, so there would be no one to take the throne. At the same time, Davian grew tired of his father figure Philip, who always taught him to follow the rules.
Aren't you gonna yell at me? You wouldn't listen to a word I said, even if I did. It's no use trying to reason with you. You've made up your mind to do what you want with your life, and that's that. You wanna know why I act the way I do? Yes. I would love to know why you act the way you do. It's because you treat me like a child. It's because you mull over every decision I make, and every time I want to do something, you limit me.
Davian went into town to tavern and talked with a man called Tapperkin. Tapperkin told Davian that his father was nothing more than a murderer, and out of honor, Davian stabbed him. The village guards gave a merry chase.
Help me, please.
What's going on?
They're after me. I need somewhere to hide, please.
So, what was that about?
Oh, nothing. They're just chasing me because I stabbed someone.
You're not planning on doing that again today, are you?
I can't. I lost my knife and now they're chasing me, so...
How unfortunate.
Indeed. So, what's your name?
You're not going to remember it.
I believe I'll have a hard time forgetting about you. Now, what's your name, or am I gonna have to threaten you with my non-existent knife?
Hold your tongue. You're not the only one who's handy. And if you really want to know my name...
Vesperelda was her name, and she was a force to be reckoned with. She took Davian back to her room and pretended to seduce him, but all that she was trying to do was get an alibi so that she could sneak out and free her sister. Her sister Anika had been imprisoned because she was a sorceress who had supposedly killed someone with her magic. The truth of the matter is that Anika hadn't killed anybody. Davian had managed to notice the potion before he drank from the cup, and so he was able to follow Vesperelda. He disrupted her saving of Anika, and she was quite angry for it. He went back to save Anika, not out of love for Vesperelda, but out of principle. What he found is that a corrupt priest named Taggart had taken Anika out in the middle of the woods. He tied her up and was about to slay her with his staff. Davian came along just in the nick of time to do battle with Taggart. Whenever the tables began to turn and Davian was losing, Anika managed to break free and use her magic to strangle Taggart to death. Davian reunited Anika with her sister, but soon after Camion learned of Davian's whereabouts and mobilized to kill him. There in the woods, Davian thought that he would have to face Camion's troops alone, but luckily Philip arrived with some friends to even out the fight. The battle raged on long and hard, and Camion slew Philip. Davian tracked down Camion with all of his energy. He cornered him and did what needed to be done. From that day forth, the boy was no more. Davian wore a simple crown, nothing too ornate, but he ruled with a maturity far beyond his years. Now, people might say, oh, what a bleak story. What a sad story. But the truth is, we need to learn to embrace this. We need to learn to embrace that not all times are light, that there are dark times out there. And the sooner that we accept them, and the sooner we come to face them, whether it be alone or with company, the better.
Fantastic! Wonderful! You, sir, are a prodigy. Oh, this has been the perfect way to waste my entire evening.
Stop your clapping or you will lose your hands. How dare you come into my banquet hall and insult my guest? My guest that told a lovely story. And whatever your long, confusing name is, I want you to leave. Now! My apologies for his rudeness. I rather enjoyed your story.
Thank you, my queen.
Would you like to accompany me to my chambers?
Whatever the queen wishes.
I I would like to hear one more story.
All right.
Are you afraid of me?
I am not my queen.
You may call me by my name. Galla.
Galla.
Why do you look away every time I look at you? Have I done something wrong?
You have done nothing wrong. I would never lay a hand on the queen.
Lay a hand on the queen. I don't feel that it would be anything wrong with you laying your hand on the queen if she desires so.
Does that queen desire so?
I would say yes.
I'm but a lowly storyteller.
It's been so long since anyone has laid a hand on this body in a loving way.
I still reek of travel with your son. There's still blood on my hands.
Would you like a drink? Something to ease your tension.
No, thank you.
Would you mind if I do?
It is your bedchambers. Do as you will, Your Highness.
Well, of course I will. I do wish that we could make a story.
And what story would that be? Actually, I've got a better idea. How about you tell me a story? And we'll make the stories later.
I would rather make our own story.
Let's take it a little slower. Let's talk. Let's just talk for a second.
Alright, to hell with this plan. To hell with all this smoozing and flirting. It's not my style. Should have never listened to you from the beginning. We're going back to the original plan. We're gonna kill this stupid old cunt hag. Be done with it!
Hear me, my lord. Our little storyteller's in there about to get his gumption up with our race. What's better and what's more vulnerable than someone who's just as they came into this world?
I'm listening.
Castor is saying, why not strike while she is naked?
Well, that was the original plan, but obviously things aren't going according to plan, are they?
Well, if you wouldn't have wanted to get naked yourself with the queen, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Alright, so what are you saying then?
Two birds with one stone. Kill them now.
I like the way you think. I knew I hired you for a reason. You, on the other hand, I'm not so sure. Alright, let's do it then.
Never been in a queen's bed before. Or a queen on top of me, for that matter.
There is a first time for everything. You're gonna have to.
One blade. Great.
see what you can do, Storyteller.
I will kill you with a simple knife.
Big talk. Die, boy! Thanks, Kale.
There'll be no stories told about you.
Now what? I don't know how to rule a kingdom.
I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna need your help with this one.
No can do, Kale. You're the king now. You gotta take care of problems like this yourself.
Well, I haven't been king long, and besides, this looks like a very formidable adversary.
It's a young woman, Kale. Okay, we've gone over this. You need to find you a queen. You're a king now. You have to continue your bloodline. It's your mother's problem.
Why did you have to bring
She's
her
a
up?
self-concerned bitch. She's the one who made you like this. Alright? Just go talk to her.
You think she will talk to me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She's just a normal peasant girl picking herds, it looks like. The girl at the court doesn't count. This counts.
She was beautiful.
You're the king. She's gonna know who you are. She's gonna know you're wealthy. She would love you.
Oh, so that's why she would like me. Lovely.
She could learn to like you.
Learn?
Look, just trust me. Just trust me. Alright, this is the first obstacle. Go over there and talk to her.
You'll be right here.
I'll be right here if you need me.
Okay. Here goes nothing.
You have a name for a hole.
Oh, I hate you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm your closest advisor. You know what? Don't answer that. Just go down.
I told you so! Get out of here! Woman, I told you I'm not gonna harm you! Okay, look, I know this is kind of odd, but I mean... What did I tell you? You could help me out.
I'll see you back at camp.
I hate you!